Hi everyone. Today we will discuss the derivative of the secant, the reciprocal of cosine. So in this picture, this is the secant x, and this is the secant x times tangent x. So here, derivative of secant x will be secant x times tangent x. Okay. First, we will discuss why we have this rule. Okay, here y equals secant x, which means 1 over cosine x, and I hope you remember the quotient rule. In short, remember that f over g prime will be f prime g minus f g prime over g squared, right? So I will use that one to here. So y, let me copy. F, in this case f is the 1, so 1 prime, and g means cosine x, minus, copy the first function and derivative of the second function, over g squared, which means cosine squared of x. Good. Since the derivative of number is 0, you have only negative derivative of cosine x, and the derivative of cosine is a negative sign, so you have a positive sine over x over cosine squared over x. Basically, this is the answer, but most calculus book uses different expression for as a formula, so we need some modification. So sine x here, instead of cosine squared of x, yeah, definitely cosine x times cosine x is good, right? And we know that this is the 10x, and the cosine x in your denominator, basically this is a 1 over cosine x, and this is the secant x, right? So what is the final result? Secant x times tangent x. Okay, this is the derivative of secant x. Okay, good. Now we will try to solve one question together. Find the line tangent to y equals secant x at x equals pi over 4. I think, yes, this, since this is a secant x, now at pi over 4, the x coordinate, what is the equation of this one? So I want to find the y coordinate of that point. To find this value, you can simply plug in pi over 4 to the equation, right? So y equals secant, instead of x, you have a pi over 4, right? Here, pi over 4 is here, right? 45 degree. So this is 1, this is 1, this is radical to special triangle, remember that? And the cosine of pi over 4 is 1 over radical 2. So secant is a reciprocal of cosine, so this will be just radical 2, right? Yes, so this value is radical 2. Okay, we have a point through which the line passes. Now it's time to find the slope. Slope is the derivative at that point. So from here, what is the y prime? We already understand this formula. Secant x times tangent x. Now to find the m, the slope, here you can plug in pi over 4. So your slope must be secant pi over 4 times tangent pi over 4, right? Secant pi over 4, we already found this one in our previous example, right? And tangent pi over 4 is 1. Wow. So slope is square root of 2. So this is the slope. This is the point through which the line passes. So we can use the point slope on y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. So y minus y1 here, can you see that? Radical 2 equals m radical 2 here, x minus x1 pi over 4. Okay, good. Okay, one more example. Find the derivative y equals cosecant x, and we know that cosecant is the reciprocal of a sine. So instead of a cosecant, we can write the 1 over sine of x, and again, to find the derivative, you can use the quotient rule, because this is a fraction. One more time, f of g prime will be f prime g minus f g prime over g squared, right? So f prime g minus f g prime over g squared. Is okay? Now derivative of 1 is 0, so you have only negative. Derivative of sine is cosine, so cosine over x. Now I will write the sine squared of x as sine of x times sine of x. Is true, right? Good. Now what is this? This is the cotangent x. And what is this? Is a negative cosecant x. So your final result will be negative cosecant x times cotangent x. Okay? Now let me briefly summarize one more time. If you have a secant x, now derivative of secant x will be secant x times tangent x. And if you have a cosecant x, derivative of cosecant x will be negative cosecant x times cotangent x. Okay? So today we discussed the derivative of secant and derivative of cosecant. Okay, thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.